Okay, very good. Okay, so I am Dr. Michelle. Welcome to Me Time with Mocktails. Now, granted, like I said, we're here together, so it's not complete me time, but some of the things we're going to discuss, and one of the things we're going to make, you can use this later on to have your own me time. So let's get started. Share the screen. All righty, righty. Share. Put it big. Okay, come on big now. Okay, very good. Okay, so those of you who are driving, I cannot tell you to remove distractions because actually I might be a distraction. So don't watch, just listen. All right, safety first, right? Safety first. For the rest of you, turn your phone off, put it on silent. I don't know about you, but I discovered that I am easily distracted. Notifications are not my friend when I need to focus on something. And let's get ready to go and glow, honey. All right, now this masterclass is not for you if you are looking for a quick fix and you are a woe is me type of person. Now, granted, we're going to be together for about 50 more minutes. If y'all have a lot of questions and there's a lot of engagement, you like, Dr. Michelle, I want more. I want more. I will stay here until, but this is not a quick fix. The 50 minutes is not going to change everything in your life. However, in the next 50 minutes, you can gain some things that can help launch you into your new. If you're not 50 yet, in this phenomenal decade, but you just in the 40s and fabulous, let's kick up the fabulosity just a notch. All right. All right. This masterclass is for people who are looking for a change. You know, Mary J. Blige, she's one of my favorite. She has that one song, All I Want to Do is Be Happy. All right. We just want to be happy, but we want to have more than just happiness. We want joy. And the joy comes when from down inside. See, happiness depends on happenings, and you can be tossed to and fro depending on what is going on in life. Okay. But these are for people who want a change in their life. They want to be happy. They want joy. People with an open mind, you are looking for something new, or maybe there's some things I would tell you you already know, but you ready to remix it or throw some cayenne pepper on there and heat it up. Okay. This is for people who are feeling overwhelmed, overloaded, and they are ready to release. They need to cleanse some of that out of their lives. That is who this masterclass is for. So this evening, we're going to go through very quickly 5 things. First of all, y'all all know you need me time. If you didn't think you needed it, you wouldn't be here, right? Right? Right. Okay, the benefits of me time. 3 creative me time moments. How to use herbs, because you know, anybody knows me, you know, reality. I am an alchemist. All right. I am what I call a root woman. I work with dandelion root, turmeric root, ginger root, and get to the root of an issue. Just like when you're in your garden and the weeds are growing, honey, you can't just pull off the leaves of the weeds. You got to get to the root and pull it up so that it will not grow back. All right. All right. So herbs. With that being said, herbs can help you create me time. Some kitchen herbs that's going to help your mindset, your mood, help create your me time, and of course, kitchen demonstration. All right. So, who is Dr. Michelle? Some of y'all know me in one capacity, some of you know me in another capacity, but who really is Dr. Michelle? So as you can see over here on the left, that's one of my favorite pictures. I will never, ever forget that cake. There are certain things in my life that were created in the kitchen that made a huge impact on me. One of them being that carousel cake. There's another thing, a Cookie Monster cake, both made by my grandmother. That's why it made such an impact. She loved me enough and thought enough of me to give me and make me exactly what I wanted, even if she had never done it before. I think she did a pretty good job with my little carousel cake, but I'm just so bright and happy, and I felt the world was my oyster. This picture of me over on the right of your screen that you see, I was in first grade. Yes, I was in first grade during that time, and my eyes are so bright and they're sparkly, and I was sure and confident. At that point, I knew I wanted to be a doctor. I knew I wanted to grow up up and get married and have 4 children, and I was gonna live in a big house and I was gonna travel the world. I knew that at 6. All right. But then what happens, y'all? What happens? What happens is that you grow up. Some of your plans are going well. Some of your plans are not what you plan. And things start rapidly spiraling out of control. The reason why me time with mocktails or me time period is so important is because if I did not find some me time in some places in my life, I was going to lose my mind. At one point, I actually thought I did lose my mind. Between having a job, trying to start a business, renovating a house in New Orleans. Okay, so if you've never lived in Louisiana as a homeowner, I don't mean going to school, as a homeowner. If you've never lived in Louisiana as a homeowner, baby child, it is something unlike you have ever experienced in your life. I have not got my roots down. I don't know if you can still see me on camera, but honey, do you see these roots? Honey, that is what Louisiana home ownership will do to you. Doing that in a relationship that was not honoring me, okay, where I did not have my voice. And one of my super friends who's on, I remember her saying, and you don't have to say if you don't want to. I remember her saying when I would vent to her, and she would say, girl, why is it always about him? He is always putting you last. You remember that? I remember that. And that still rings true to this day. As far as what I look for, what's going on in my life, am I putting myself last? Am I even doing anything for myself at all? My money's messed up, there's blockages, everything was going out of control and spiraling downward. Any of you ever been in that situation? Hell, I don't know. Some of y'all might be in there right now, and maybe that's why you're here. And that's all right, because you are in the company of sisters who get it, who know it, and who support you. All right. And as a result of that period of time in my life, I have been going back and forth with fibroids for years, since 1999. No, more about 2000. I had uterine fibroids. They were present. I would do things. They would shrink. They come back a little bit, then they shrink again. But this time, with the amount of overwhelming stress, it's as if whatever I wasn't doing for myself, whenever I wouldn't release the stress, whenever I wouldn't speak my truth, all of that energy went into those masses, and they began to grow and grow and grow and grow. Now, we in the circle of sisters here, and according to statistics, about 95% of African American women experience uterine fibroids. So I know at least 5 of y'all on here know what I'm talking about. As a result of that, the anemia, okay, feeling dizzy, feeling weak, times where I even passed out. I was dealing with grief of feeling I lost myself. It didn't even have a funeral, okay? Even had digestive issues, muscle tension, my hair was thinning, falling out, all of these things, right? And the thing about it is, what made the difference for me was that one day, a group of herbs came to my mind. I didn't know what they were for. I didn't know what it was about, but something in me knew this is going to be important. So I wrote it down. And once I wrote it down, I waited until a time that said, all right, now go put these things together. And when I did, with every sip in that moment, it was just for and about me. Even if I had to sip on that herbal tea in my car by myself and just have 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, it was just for me. And very slowly, with every sip, the stress began to ease out. So the picture you see here is of me and my daddy a few years ago in the Bahamas. And the reason why the herbs and the me time is so important is because the man you see on the screen, he doesn't look like that today. He's about 75 pounds lighter, and he lost all his facial hair, so he does not have a mustache any longer.
Good night, my love. I love you.
He is,
What's he doing? I'm on a web.
and he is dealing with throat cancer or laryngeal cancer. And the herbs and things, the knowledge and the wisdom of the herbs and the roots and being an alchemist, all of that came into play where I have had to not only when putting so much energy into him and into his care, I had to take a pause every now and then for me to replenish and putting herbs together to help him, to help his body slow the effects of cancer, and pray that what I'm doing and what the doctors are doing is helping to restore and heal his body. So this presentation is inspired by him, and it is also dedicated to him. So what we're going to do today, like I said, is we're going to do some fun and wonderful things with tea. Make a mocktail, and if you're feeling G&G, turn it to a cocktail. But I want to open your mind to the possibilities of tea outside of a cup. I also want to open up your mind to the possibilities that tea can help you create your stress-free life, one cup at a time. So let's get started. Me time. So the thing about me time is this. What exactly is me time? Me time is about taking a step back that is just for you. It is about putting time, effort, attention, and intention on you. Just like we're going to make some things and fill up a cup, you emotionally, physically, and spiritually need to refill your cup on a daily basis. It is not a luxury. It is not a sometimes. It is not an option. It is a requirement. Okay, it is mandatory. The same way that you plug in, and I have all of these devices and things over here plugged in today, okay? It's the same reason you need to have some me time on a daily basis to plug in. Now, there are some studies that show the reason why me time is so necessary because it can actually ward off the effects of stress. Can I tell you something? In my efforts in this journey and being a caregiver for my daddy, and my daddy has a feeding tube because he is unable to swallow. This week has been the absolute worst week on his journey, that even when he swallows water, he gags. All right. So it's been real tough. As a result of that, preemptively, they placed a G tube or a feeding tube. So I'm so busy making all of these things, making magic in the kitchen, putting herbs together, putting foods together, that I then blend down and put in his tea. And then one of my friends said, "Oh, that's so great. You're doing all that for your dad. Did you eat today?" I was like, let me stop and think. Girl, no, I surely didn't. I didn't eat today. And she was like, well, why is it that you couldn't you, while you're putting all of that together for your dad, that you could put a little aside for yourself? You know, you have to do something for yourself. I was missing my own me time in nourishing myself. So as a result of that, I wasn't thinking so clearly. I started getting headaches. You know, I was wondering why there seemed like there's blockages. Girl, you don't have any fuel for your brain. That's why. You can't live on water, tea, and granola bars. You just can't do that. But that's what I was doing until I couldn't do it anymore. So me time is important, not just for your emotional health, but also for your physical health. And let me just tell y'all, to the mamas, let me just say this to the mamas, and also whether you are a mother by birth, mother by choice, a bonus mom, a mama in the church, mama to little sis in the community whose mama might be in rehab or she's sick or she cracked out or something. Look, let's keep it real, okay? This happens. This happens in communities. Then when you take your me time, you are also showing other people not just how to treat you, but to honor themselves as well. And you are also saying that you are important, that you are deserving, that you are worthy. I don't know if you caught that, but baby, those were affirmations. You can just flip those around, and instead of you are, say I am. That's some of the benefits of me time. Now, let me give you 3 quick, fast, and dirty me time tools, all right? So one is headphones, okay? One is headphones. The reason why it's headphones is because at a time in my life when my house was not a place of peace, my house was not my sanctuary, my house was not a place where I really could release and restore and recharge, because it was drama and stress in my house, then headphones were my friend. Even if I could not get away, I would put on headphones with some music or a nice guided meditation and go into my world. And I created me time just in that moment. Me time is also another way you can use me time. Of course, you know I'm going to say it because I'm the creator of reality, the chief creator of reality, which is a premium loose leaf herbal tea line with special blends to what? Release stress, recharge health, some reignite romance. We're going to get to that in a moment. So, of course, taking a hot, soothing bath, having your warm tea beside you, or sometimes even if, I love baths, all right? But sometimes they take a lot of time. You know why they take a lot of time? Because you got to fill up the tub, and you got to, I run my bath water too hot. So then I have to let it cool, all right? Let it cool, then I get in, and then afterwards, you don't put some salts or bath bombs or something in there, then you got to clean the tub. Sometimes that's a little bit of time. Sometimes I just have my hot tea and candles like the woman that you see over there. You're bringing 2 elements together. You're bringing in the water element with the tea, and you're bringing in the fire element. And just the soft glow of a candle with your tea is a signal to your body and your brain that, hey, it's time to pause. It's time to push the pause button. It's time to slow down, even for a moment. And then another quick and dirty, but very effective me time tool is me time pleasure, i.e. self-pleasure, i.e. as I like to call meditation and masturbation. All right, this is G&G, so I can say it. Plus it's my room, I can say it. Let me tell you something. Whether you have a partner or whether you don't, that is some of the best me time like ever. For me, who's 50 and phenomenal, I'm not fabulous anymore, level up. It reminds me that I am a vibrant woman. It reminds me that I deserve and need pleasure, and that pleasure can come from many different experiences, and that pleasure can come moment by moment. And it reminds me that I'm sexy. Sometimes when we get so caught up in life and so caught up in responsibilities, we forget when we're a mother, a wife, a partner, a church member, or a daughter, a sister, a boss, an entrepreneur, all of these things, that we are women first. So don't sleep on that me time right there. And let me give you just a clue. Get closer so I can tell you. If you're feeling sluggish and you need some energy to get some things done, but you can't take a nap, honey, try a little M&M and see what happens. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, moving on. So Thank you. This is from Miss Patricia Black. Thank you for the inspiration. I know I usually put myself last, but it is my goal to learn to delegate and have more me time. Any of you agree with Patricia? It is time, honey. It is time. So one of the herbs that is going to be part of our me time mocktail is turmeric. Now, turmeric is really fabulous. And I know some of y'all may already know some things about turmeric or heard that's supposed to be good for you, but you're not exactly sure why. You're like, let me just take this. Turmeric is a fantastic, it's stellar as an anti-inflammatory, decreases inflammation, whether that inflammation is from arthritis, um, whether that inflammation. I've been giving my dad a lot of turmeric because he has overall inflammation in his body. Chronic inflammation throughout the system is thought to be a leading cause of chronic diseases. Turmeric has also shown promise as an antidepressant. And look, we are officially out of summer and into fall. Rona is still running the streets, but baby, influenza is her cousin. Okay, so we are getting ready to enter into cold and flu season. So now is the time. Now is the time to support and enhance your immune system. And one of the teas, Release and Relieve, which we will be using this evening to make our mocktail. This testimonial from the Ramon Jackson, a little spice yet soothing, has a citrus vibe yet a floral note that opens up my mind. How many of you want to open up your mind to new possibilities and a new way of living? Put it in the chat and let me know. The next element, part of our Me Time mocktail this evening, is ginger. I love ginger, especially with these colder months that are coming. I'm up here in Indianapolis right now, and let me tell you, on one day, on Sunday, it was 90. On yesterday, it was 54. That's too much of a change for me. That's too much of a change for me. When the last decade, I have been below the Mason-Dixon line. Okay, it's traumatic and dramatic for me. Ginger is a warming herb. I love the bite of it. Ginger is one of my go-tos when I want to cleanse, when I want to get warm. If I feel a little something coming on pre-webinar, Von Sil was saying she felt a little something coming on her. So ginger is nice. It helps soothe my throat, nice and warm. If you're experiencing digestive issues, then ginger can help relieve gas. It can relieve nausea. Ginger was one of my go-tos during my surgery because I know, being a physician, that anesthesia can really make you nauseous and vomit. Now, since I was having abdominal surgery, and any of you ever had abdominal surgery, then you know the last thing you want to do is cough. You don't even want to laugh. You don't want anything moving your abdomen. And I definitely did not want to vomit after surgery. So I fixed once again, I'm an alchemist, I fixed a nice tea before I left, put it in a thermos that keeps things hot for 7 hours, and I sipped on that ginger tea after surgery, and it helped relieve nausea that I was experiencing. So ginger is our friend. Also, cinnamon is in this blend. Cinnamon, I love cinnamon. Now, cinnamon, we can use all times of year, but pretty soon, holiday season is going to be here, and you will notice that cinnamon is in a lot of dishes. But cinnamon is also one of our go-tos for a stress-free life. We can use it to help release and relieve stress, whether you are consuming it or you are using it for aromatherapy. I have a diffuser that I use all the time. And sometimes when I just want some sweetness in the air, then I will use a drop or two of my cinnamon essential oil in the diffuser. It can also help with your cognitive abilities. Now, cognitive abilities, that's going to be your higher levels of thinking, that's going to be clarity, that's going to be focus, that's going to be higher level, the way you process information and perceive things and are able to take in that information and do something with it and be strategic. Okay, it can help with your memory and your focus that often suffers as a result of chronic stress. For my people who are diabetic or pre-diabetic, insulin is also your friend now, because it can help improve insulin sensitivity. Now, let me be clear about something. Holiday season, like I said, is right around the corner. There are going to be more dishes with cinnamon in it, i.e. desserts and things like that. Now, just because you add more cinnamon to a sweet potato pie, baby child, that's not going to help your diabetes. So I don't want you out here in these streets saying, Dr. Michelle said I can use cinnamon and it's going to help my diabetes, but not if you're still consuming a bunch of sugar. Balance. We here for the balance, right? Amen. Amen. Citrus, i.e. specifically lemons. We can't see this, but that's all right. I know what's on here. Citrus and lemon specifically can really help mitigate stress. How is that, Dr. Michelle? I need to know. Let me tell you. Because high amounts of vitamin C, especially if you intake 1,000 milligrams per day of vitamin C, it can actually help decrease the cortisol levels. Now, if you have chronic stress, let me tell you, the stress hormone cortisol is at an all-time high, and it's been high for a minute. That is what contributes and is the cause of a lot of symptoms that we have as a result of chronic stress. The high blood pressure. I mean, yeah, you eating a bunch of chips and, hog maws and tails and whatever, all that other stuff. Yeah, that's going to contribute. That's going to contribute. Okay. But stress definitely can do the same thing. Now, with lemon, you can also use that for aromatherapy to help mitigate the stress. So let me tell you one thing I've been doing. When I go to the treatments with my daddy, especially his chemo treatment, okay, when he's having chemotherapy, it's like going to a job, because in the morning we get up and we go to radiation first. And then we go upstairs. We have to see the doctor first, then the medical oncologist. Then he goes back to the infusion room. And that's where he's getting his IV fluids. He's getting the chemo, getting steroids, all these things coupled with it. Honey, I put a small drop of lemon essential oil inside of my mask. And it as if I'm having my own personal sunshine spa experience all day, no matter where I am. So that's a little tip for you, all right? For those of you who are experiencing anemia, all right, and you're taking maybe some iron supplements or you're trying to eat more iron-rich foods, then you really want to make sure that you get some vitamin C, especially like lemons, and because it can help improve the absorption of iron, especially from plant foods. So me being a vegetarian, I don't eat cows and chickens and all those other things. And a lot of people say, oh, if you're anemic, then you should have more meat. Well, I'm not doing that. So I'm going to get my iron sources from plant-based foods. Well, just plants. So I have to make sure in there I couple it with some lemons to make sure I absorb more. Vanilla. Now, vanilla, we're going to have a little bit of vanilla in our drink today, our mocktail today. I love vanilla because there is such a sweet aroma. Now, I like real vanilla. I'm not into this. I want to smell like a cake. You know, some people into the vanilla candles and vanilla house sprays and this, that, and the third. I don't like vanilla in my candles. I like vanilla in my food. It's a sweet aroma that brings a sweet energy around you when you smell it, when you cook with it, when you taste it. And who doesn't need some more sweetness in their life, especially dealing with a lot of stress? Testimonial. Dr. Michelle's tea radiates calmness before you even take a sip. After enjoying my tea, I find myself feeling peacefully rejuvenated, even if I felt stressed or depleted before my special tea time. Now, Dr. Donna gets it because that is exactly why and how Freeality was created, because that is exactly what I experienced putting these herbs together. What's happening? What is happening? I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop the share and let's move to the kitchen. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Right on time. I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to move over here to the kitchen. Well, I'm in the kitchen. Camera on. Okay, so let me flip it around. Okay, so this is what we got going on here. Like I said, I have my 1810 stainless steel pot, have a little honey mug. My milk of choice is the coconut milk, and I like it sweet, and a little coconut oil. That is optional. I have Release and Relieve tea here, which has all the ingredients in it that I described, except for the vanilla. I have not a vanilla bean, but it has a ground up vanilla bean. If you don't use ground vanilla, you can use vanilla extract. That is just fine, dandy, and I have a cup. So what we're going to do, okay, so what we're going to do is turn on the oven, well, the stove. I'm talking about the oven, bless Jesus. Turn on the stove, and we are gonna put about however much you want to drink. I'm gonna do about a cup and a half, okay? A cup and a half of your milk of choice. And we're not going to bring it to a boil. You know what? I don't like these, I like gas stoves. Gas, that's what's cooking. Everything's a lot quicker. Okay, that's good. There it goes. Pour it in. And then we are going to use, let's see, about a tablespoon of the Release and Relieve tea. Now, if you don't have Release and Relieve, then you should have some. But it's gonna take a minute to ship to you. So then you can just use turmeric, the lemon, the ginger. Hold that thought. This is me trying to multitask. I need another hand, but that's all right.
You said a tablespoon or a teaspoon?
You have a question?
Yes. Did you say a tablespoon or a teaspoon?
Oh, a tablespoon. I like my stuff strong.
Okay.
Okay. This is the Release and Glowden drink. This clearly is not a tablespoon. I'm gonna eyeball it because I can. I like how that's looking. Okay. And then we're gonna let that, I don't want to burn myself, but I'm gonna turn it up a little bit just for time's sake. Start stirring it a little bit.
Dr. Michelle, which tea did you
Yes,
say?
ma'am.
You said which tea did you say?
Which, what did I say?
Which T?
Release and relieve.
Release and relieve, okay.
Mhm. I'm gonna put some more in here. Ooh, it smells so good. Now, if you want, you can, if you want to add more turmeric, you can. I'm just gonna stir that and just let it warm. It doesn't need to get to a boil, okay? It doesn't need to get to a boil. Y'all keep an eye on that for me. And then once it is warm, like we want it to be, see, I'm starting to see a little steam. Let me pipe it down. We're going to use this. You're watching the pot. Thank you. We're going to use this to strain, okay? Now watch the pot for me. I'm looking for something here. What in the world? Something happened here. Oh yeah, it's looking all right. Okay, very good. I'm back. Y'all don't have to watch the pot anymore. Okay, I see steam, so that's good enough. Then we're gonna turn that off. And so if you want, that's when you can add a little bit of coconut oil. Since I'm using coconut milk, I don't need that, but I wanted to show this to you. And you don't have to get, 365 is a Whole Foods brand. You don't have to get that. But if you are using coconut oil for anything, then you want to make sure it's organic and unrefined. Okay, that's why I'm showing y'all this. Okay, unrefined. Okay. Woohoo. Now I'm gonna add just a tad bit of honey. Oh, is somebody trying to come in? Admit, okay. Add a tad bit of honey.
Dr. Michelle,
Yes, ma'am.
can we substitute something for the honey? I think I ran out. I think I thought I had and I don't. Any
Yeah,
packet-
you whatever
we
your
could-
sweetener is of choice. My sweetener of choice is honey.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Sam said blue agave.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, and then we're gonna put the strainer over the cup. She said syrup, probably maple syrup. You know what? Now you see how this is starting to turn, it's like yellowish. Now, if you want more turmeric in there, you can have monk fruit. She said monk fruit is also a really great sweetener. Okay. And then we just pour it over. Straining it. I'm gonna stir a little bit. This is a large mug, as you can see. Because that was like a cup and a half of the milk. And just for kicks, I'm gonna add a little bit of.
What are you pushing up on me for? Pushing up on me.
And this vanilla here, if you have vanilla extract, I would say for a cup this size. Uh-oh. Somebody, let me mute somebody here. Let me see. Who is that? Hold on, y'all. I have to mute. Distracting. Okay, very good. Okay, so if you're using vanilla extract, for a cup this size, you probably only need a drop. All right. This right here that I have is ground vanilla bean, Madagascar, which is supposed to be some of the best. That's why this little thing right here is very expensive. It's like $30. Okay. If you don't use like a ground up vanilla bean and you're using vanilla extract, let me tell y'all, don't fool around with McCormick foolishness. Go ahead and go to the international store. You can go one of those little Spanish stores, honey, and get some of that Mexican vanilla. Okay. In a past life, they have vanilla paste at Trader Joe's for, well, is it from Mexico? $6.99 for vanilla paste. That seemed like, I don't know that quality. Okay. So anyway, get some Mexican. Oh, I don't want to put my spoon in there. I'm just gonna tap just a little bit. Have to be gentle. Because I'm not measuring. Oh, that's good, girl. That's good. Okay. And now I'm gonna stir it.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I have an actual Madagascar vanilla bean. It's still a bean.
Ooh.
So how much would I use?
Oh, you just need just a little, like, ooh, like, just a little smidgen.
Okay.
Just a little smidgen, because since you have the actual bean, it's gonna be very potent. It's gonna
Okay.
be strong.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. And there we have it. I'm gonna switch back over to the other device now. Okay, let me see. Okay, there we have it. Uh-oh, echo. Okay, are there any other questions? Miss Helen, you made it with us, didn't you?
It sounds amazing. It reminds
Oh my
me
God.
somewhat of turmeric milk, but you got some added benefits with the tea instead of just having turmeric in there. And the vanilla and all of that, that's good.
Girl, this right here, it don't feel like a hug. It feels like an Afghan. See, my grandmother, both of my grandmothers, one crocheted and the other one knitted. And to this day, the little Afghan that my nanny made for my little brother that I use, and I put it around me, it's just comforting. It feels like, you know, she's holding me and she's soothing me. That's what this is like. Damn, this is good. Girl, you know how to do it. Honey, child, she want to know what liquor to add. Okay, this isn't too hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm adding rum. Yep, I bet bourbon would be good, but I'm adding rum, Bobbincore rum specifically. Now, I discovered as I was in transit that the lid wasn't on all the way, and a lot of it leaked out. There's only like this much left of my Bobbincore. I may just put all of it in today.
Go ahead, 50 and phenomenal. Go ahead.
So y'all probably gonna ask me, how much, Dr. Michelle? Do what you wanna. That's what they say in New Orleans, honey. Do what you, coconut rum would be yummy, yes. I do not like Bacardi rum at all. Ooh, that's nice. That's probably more than a shot. I don't know. I'm gonna pour this in. I can put it in because it's not super hot. Malibu would probably be good too, because that's like a coconut. Mont Gay rum would add a good flavor. Let me tell you about this rum I discovered. I'm gonna put it in the chat. It's called Bamboo. Okay, I was up at the lake at our summer cottage, Bamboo, and at this birthday party, and I discovered it. He was like, "Oh, take a taste." it's brown liquor. It's a Caribbean brown liquor. I only like Caribbean rums. Let's taste. Girl. Mm. Oh. Mm. Cheers. Cheers. All right, so that is, let's go back to share screen. The Release and Golden drink. Now, if you want to, like I said, level up. Oh, I felt that. Pardon me, I felt that. Then you can add more turmeric for more benefits. You can add more cinnamon to it. You can add this little star anise. You can add a cinnamon stick to it. You can add more cinnamon. It all depends on your taste and flavors. We talk about taking it from a mocktail to a cocktail, and we've had suggestions about various types of rums. We've also had suggestion of bourbon. This is a nice winter drink that really will help you release some stuff. Love, I took 3 sips. I already felt something release from up here down my chest. It's already down my thighs. So yes, Release and Golden drink. So let me see, Miss Helen, I think I saw that you made it. How does it taste to you?
It tasted nice and mild. I only put like a half a capful of my vanilla extract because I wasn't sure. And I know that can be strong if you use too much. And I thought I was a step behind or 2 beats behind you, but it's a yellow. I did turmeric as well as the tea. Well, I just took my turmeric and did like this. I mean, can you see me?
I
You
see
just
you. You just did a bang.
get up boom, like that. And so, but it tastes good. So what I said was, oh, this weekend I'll add my rum to give it a little extra something. So I
You're
can see
gonna
how.
make it a G&G drink.
Oh yeah,
Good and
and then
grown.
have yes, and then I'll have my cinnamon, which I'm sure I had somewhere, but I couldn't find it. Anyway, but I had
That's all right.
my reality, I had my free and release, and I had the milk, I had blah 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 blah. So
Very good. Very good.
can you?
This is nice for the like a for the winter
So why am I not
cool
seeing
days.
myself?
You said why
you
you
see-
aren't what?
Can you see me? Because I can't see myself like I
I
do
see
now.
you. I
Okay,
see you.
thank you. Hey, this really is a soup bowl, but it's the first thing I could grab. And mine
That's
is the
all
same.
right. Do what you want to, Miss Helen. Did it serve its purpose?
Yes. Well, yeah, because I like learning new things. So, and mine's the same color as yours. So I guess I did it right.
Yes. Amen. So that is the Release and Golden drink. Are there any questions before I proceed? All right, very good. Now, wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun? And
Easy.
just think, we can continue to do things just like this. I already went through all of that. So, is it okay if I share what is next for you? I saw your head moving, Von Seal. Thank you for that. Welcome to Culinary Artistry. Because what we have just done in the kitchen together, and for those of you who are going to do it later with the replay, we have created a work of art, culinary art with our tea. We have done something, cooking with teas, cookingwithteas.com. Culinary artistry is something very special. It's a membership that will soon turn to a movement. And the benefits of the culinary artistry are creating even more me time mocktails. And well, today I did some cocktails, okay, with tea. Discovering ways we can have calm and create calm with herbal cocktails. It's not just the run-of-the-mill Jack and Coke. Now that might be your drink, but we can level it up while we're still having fun, having relaxing me time moments in the kitchen, and improving ourselves as we do it. This is a creative venture. You are a creatress. I am a creatress. And in this way, when we get in our kitchens, we make magic. so that we can be the fullness of a supportive sisterhood of Black girl magic. And so in the culinary artistry membership, you get, like Miss Helen said, she already has her release and relieve tea, but you would get reality blends as well as herbal ingredients for the creations that we will be making together. Because every month in your box, you receive 2 recipes. So therefore, you will get the herbal ingredients you need to make those recipes. The reason why I came to this is because these 2 people that you see at the upper right-hand corner of the screen, those are, some people say godparents, but they're really my spiritual parents. Because at a time in my life when my mother was very sick, I brought her to them. And what happened was that I witnessed a miracle in 4 weeks. When I brought her to Hank and Yumi Jones in the Purification Garden down in Cottonwood, Alabama, my mother had breast cancer that had metastasized to her brain. She could no longer work, let alone drive. She couldn't even dress herself. She was on a walker, and she could not conceptualize front from back to put on her shirt, and she could not she couldn't bathe without assistance. Okay, I took her to Cottonwood, Alabama, and I'm a certified holistic health counselor and clinical nutritionist and a physician. But what I learned there was to take all of the knowledge that I had gotten in schools, in books, and from degrees, and bring it back home to a very ancient and indigenous way of practicing. I watched them prepare foods and put together herbal ointments and blends and teas and tonics and tinctures, so that after 4 weeks, my mother walked out of there and she went back to work, driving herself. Mr. Hank told me, you don't just put any old thing together. You eat with your eyes first. When you prepare your food and you plate it, it is your canvas that you are creating a work of art. And since we are working with teas, it's our tea stream. And we will be taking all of that inspiration, creating works of art where we will be having monthly cooking sessions with tea, monthly master classes, cooking with tea, just like today. But we're going to level up. We're going to level up in culinary artistry. So just those 3 things alone, where you get every month in your box your recipes, you get your tea, and some of the teas, you are a special group, the circle of sisterhood of the culinary creatresses. You will be getting blends that nobody else has, blends that you're the first to know and experience. You'll begin the reality blends as well as your herbal blends together in your box and your recipes, and we'll meet together monthly to prepare dishes, full dishes, like meals together. The total retail value for just that alone is $90. Now, if all that did was help you put on your calendar every month, this time is for me, do not disturb. Sometimes we put do not disturb on our phone. Put do not disturb in your home, around your life, just for that moment. If all that did was give you that me time, that do not disturb is time for me, would this be worth it to you? If all this did was help you improve your health while releasing stress through natural and simple means like herbs, would this be worth it to you? If all this did was help you connect with other like-minded women to help move you and help you ascend and uplift you and enhance you and elevate you above where you currently are, to another family. My spiritual parents always told me, family are those who are of like mind and spirit. We have family by blood, but we also have family by spirit. Would it be worth it to you? And if it is, then your price is only $39 a month. $39 per month. That is it. And your box ships out every month on the 5th with free shipping. There's nothing on top of that. Now, doesn't that sound fantastic? Now, do you want to come on and join me so we can have more sessions like this and really get into it? If so, go ahead and go to cookingwithtees.com, cookingwithtees.com. But there's even more to that. Now, I showed you earlier the pot I was cooking with, which is an 1810 stainless steel pot. But there's other things that are essential for you to really maximize this membership and really create the works of art and magic in your kitchen. I'm giving you the kitchen essentials checklist. Another bonus is the culinary cures for cleansing and calm. Now notice, before we went to the release and gloating drink, I told you what was in it. So not only do you know the what, but you know the why. Culinary cures for cleansing and calm. You also get the best-selling book by yours truly, Dr. Michelle Clay, Conquering the Chaos, the Super Wonder Woman's 12-step strategy for a stress-free life. And in this best-selling book, we have affirmations, we have all the different systems of the body that stress affects, how it works, and some culinary cures on how to reverse some of those effects for each system. We also have priceless, exclusive discount to everything in the Freeality store. You using your special code get 20% off of all items. Now, honey, that right there is more than worth the price of admission. Look, holidays are coming. We don't wait until Black Friday to purchase our gifts and get in the frenzy. If there's someone that you love, that you care about, you're like, hey, I really discovered some innovative ways to use tea. I've discovered some blends. I've never thought to mix those types of herbs together. And baby, it is delicious. And you want to share that. You get your exclusive, unique discount code for all items in the Freeality store. My goodness, it's all of these bonuses. Now, 2022, baby, is going to be off the chain. We're going to do some things together. I'm going to do some things in person in a very safe way. You, as a member of the Culinary Artistry membership, get 40%, OMG, 40% off of your ticket to live events that are curated by me. And of course, let's build on this circle of sisterhood. You get access, and we have our own private community where you can ask more questions about what ingredient. Did you see this ingredient on sale? Oh, baby, Kroger has such and such on sale. We're going to need that for the recipe. Put that in the group. Share your ideas. Share the pictures of your creations that you're doing on your own. So all of this, the monthly Cooking with Tea Masterclass, the Culinary Artistry recipes, the Freeality teas and herbal ingredients in your box every month, the Kitchen Essentials checklist, the culinary cures for cleansing and calm. My goodness, I'm running out of air just saying all this stuff. The access to private community, the Conquering the Chaos digital book, 20% discount for everything. My God, in the Freeality store, there's no expiration date on that, and there's no limits to how many times you can use it, and 40% discount off of Dr. Michelle's live events. The total retail value for that is more than $321. Depending on how many times you use that discount code, baby, it's upwards of $321, but at minimum $321. But it is still, even with those added things, $39 a month. But that is only for the next 72 hours. This price will never be seen again for the culinary artistry. You will never again be able to invest in Join for $39 a month after 11:59 p.m. EST. Because come Monday at 12 a.m., yesterday's price is not today's price. So if you are ready to join me in this circle of sisterhood where we will be alchemists together, having all of our Black girl magic sparkle and shine and creating in the kitchen to up-level our health, our wellness, release stress, create me time to be better, to show up for ourselves, our family, our community, because look, they say, don't give from an empty cup, but serve from the overflow. To have our cup overflowing, go ahead and right now go to cookingwithteas.com, cookingwithteas.com. I'm gonna leave that up for just go back a little bit, but I'm going to minimize my screen here. Make sure, does anybody have any questions? I'm sipping. Whew. This is so good.
So you saying that get started by Sunday, no later than Sunday, my birthday, y'all. So don't forget, it's Von Seal's birthday. You got to sign up.
You better
And on
register
October
about Von
5th,
Seal's birthday.
on October 5th, our first shipment comes out and we'll be cooking with teas.
October 5th is when your first box will ship out. Boxes ship on the 5th of every month.
Okay.
All right. And like I said, there's no like upcharge. Shipping is included. And so remember, no later than Von Seal's birthday, Sunday, for the $39 a month price. Because after that, yesterday's price won't be today's price come Monday. Does anybody else have any questions? Let me check the chat because yes, cookingwithteas.com. Y'all know I cannot see the chat when this feels like custom tea. I love it. Craft custom tea. Yes, it is. It is. And let me tell you.
I have a question. Michelle.
Yes.
Are you working on any type of tea for like weight management or like sugar cravings?
You know
or what can help with that?
I already have a tea that will help with that, and that's the Release and Purify green tea. Don't you already have that? I think you do.
No, I have like 4 of them, but I don't have that one. I'll look for it though.
Okay, the Release and Purify green tea. First of all, there's, you know how you see these teas that say dietary tea and all this other stuff. There isn't one thing that's going to help that is going to make you lose weight. It's a team sport. Okay, there's no I in team. All right, tea is in team, but there's something else with that, right? So the thing about the Release and Purify green tea can help suppress the appetite. The other thing that green tea does is it's a thermogenic herb, meaning when you exercise. So that, I mean, you know, I'm sitting on the sofa and I'm Netflixing and chill and I'm gonna drink this green tea and it's gonna heat up and help, you know, burn the fat. No, baby child, that's not how that works. In the when you are doing your part and getting your heart rate up and that type of thing, while when you drink green tea, it accentuates those effects. It's a thermogenic herb, meaning it heats up, it helps burn the fat. Okay, does that help answer your question, Latasha? Now,
Yes, it does. Sorry, I had muted myself.
that's all right. Now, as far as cravings go, you know, that's a mind over matter thing. Dr. Sam said it helps with insulin regulation too. Let me tell you something about this green tea. I told y'all my daddy has a feeding tube, right? So he, he couldn't really take it in. I was making that green tea. I was putting it straight in his tube. Do you hear me? I'm like everything in his tube because I'm like, no, sir, not on my watch are you gonna spiral down. No, sir. You're in, got my membership. Yay! Welcome, Culinary Creatress. Welcome. So you'll be receiving an email with your bonuses and the next steps. Welcome to the Circle of Sisterhood. Glad to see you. Are there any other questions? I'm trying to go through the chat, make sure I didn't miss something. There's a new message.
I had a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Just if I join with one card tomorrow, can I switch later to the one I really want you to have on file?
You
I can
sure
switch it.
can.
Okay.
You sure can. Because you will receive an email that says, you're on this subscription and you're able to go in there at any time and
Okay.
change the payment method. And of
Mhm.
course, if you have a problem or a question about that, you can just reach out to me and I can go on the back end and do it for you or send you, a specific link for you to do that.
Mhm.
But you have access to do it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And the other thing is, upon checkout, you can choose what day you want to be your recurring payment day. Okay? Excuse me, because sometimes I know that's helpful. Is that helpful? All right, very good. Are there any other questions? Oh, I'm past time. This is supposed to be a healthy, happy hour. It's a little past the hour, but that's all right.
Okay, so Dr. Michelle, what about friends who, maybe wanted to be here but couldn't today? Is there a way for them to become a culinary creatress with this special, or they had to be here to get this special?
No, they didn't have to be here to get this special. That's why I recorded this, because I'm going to send it, to the people who couldn't come. You can just share the link with them, cookingwithteas.com. And that brings up another point. As a member, I didn't put this as a bonus, but I'm going to go on and tell y'all. As a member of the Culinary Artistry, then once a quarter, we're going to have a family and friends day where you can, you tell your sister friend, girl, come cook with me. But see, if they don't come in the circle, then, they can't just be showing up, oh, girl, I'm going to come with you again. Now, baby, you gotta get your own, but you could like, sister, come cook with me. Come make some magic with me. In the kitchen, I gotta specify sometimes. I'm feeling my little drink right. Yeah, so just you can go ahead and send them the Cooking with Teas link. They can email me or whatever. You got my information, so you can reach out. You want me to text it to you? Bonseal.
I got it.
Okay, she
I
said,
got
no,
it.
girl, I got it.
I got it.
Okay, very good. Are there any other questions before we close out and I finish this drink? I'm sorry, my mocktail, the cocktail drink. All right, very good, very good. Well, thank you all so much for being here. I love and appreciate you all for giving me such a gift. And that gift was your time, your energy.
Helen
your-
has her hand raised.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Helen.
No, that you answered. That was the last question I had. Yeah. Also, I didn't put it down.
Okay, very good. That's all right. That's all right. Thank you, Dr. Sam. But you gave me priceless gifts. It's something when women come together, especially when you come together in the kitchen. So many decisions and laughs and memories and smiles and sometimes even tears and discussions are made in the kitchen, which is the heart and soul of the home. And so thank you for sharing your heart and soul with me. So that is it for Me Time with Mocktails. I, of course, am your host, was your host on this culinary adventure, magical adventure, Dr. Michelle Clay. I am a physician and certified holistic health counselor and clinical nutritionist. I am the chief creator of Freeality, which is a premium loose leaf herbal tea line with special blends to release stress, recharge health. And y'all, I already did the syllabus and planned it out. Reignite romance. We got some aphrodisiac recipes coming. Watch out now. But all of that, yes, all of that helping you to create your stress-free reality, one cup at a time. So y'all, thank you so much. I want you to be well, do something well, amazing, relaxing for you, just you, and have a wonderful and phenomenal rest of your week. Good night, y'all.
Bye, ladies.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.